sir.
That's how we do it. That's how
Yep.
everybody pumped up.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
pumped up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how we get it started. What is going on, everyone?
Yeah.
It's your boy, Fat Samurai Guy, hanging out with some legends today. That's
Yep.
right. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the showstopper, the icon. That's right. Michael Woods. What an honor to have you here, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, yes. And also we have Radical Reggie. That's right. Fighting game enthusiast. That's right. And martial arts movie buff as well. And Michael Woods fan. So it's great having you here, brother.
Yep. Thank you.
And y'all know who he is. Y'all know who he is. That's right. The legend himself, Demetrius Angelo. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate having me here. Appreciate having everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
And thanks again, Demetrius, for setting us up, me and Michael, and then making this happen and hanging out. Yes, we're going to have some fun talking kung fu, martial arts, movies, action, film, all that good stuff. We're going to have a good time. We're going to hopefully get a little bit of tidbit behind the scenes, hopefully a little bit from Michael, from what he can remember, from all of the films he has been in, and we're going to show some of the fight scenes. We're going to react to it. We're going to have a great time. But first, again, thanks again for being here, Demetrius. That's right, the Urban, that's right, Action Showcase, son. That's right, coming up. We got to let everybody know what's going down. And thanks again. It was a huge honor, Demetrius, way back for having Samurai Guy be a little slice, a little part of it. You know, I appreciated that, my brother. And me and Radical Reggie, we reviewed the film Surviving the Game for the action Urban Action Showcase, and we had a lot of fun. So thanks again, Demetrius, for that. So for all of you badasses watching right now, we gonna play the clip. So y'all, if y'all don't know, now you know, son. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, a lot of legends I see in that video. That's right.
They're all behind me. We've had all these legends. Everybody you see in this photo behind me, those are all the people that's come through in the past 10 years, approaching our 11th year this year.
Wow.
Woo. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
11 years.
Yes, sir.
You want to segue right into the call for entries promo? Let people know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go, guys. Check this out.
Entries are live now.
Let's do it.
That beat was hot.
Oh yeah, that was hot. And I saw one of my boys' videos in there, Matt and Merritt from Keep Forward Productions.
Yeah, man.
Rage Peaks at Night. Yeah, that was awesome stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get it started here with the legend himself, Michael. All right, so let us know, my brother, how did you get started in martial arts? What was there something about martial arts that interested you? How did you get the bug, my friend?
Oh, I don't really know. My father owned some nightclubs. He had one of his bouncers was a martial art guy, Charlie Babbitt, and I was a little kid then, and he showed us a few moves. Later on, I'm gonna just fast forward. Later on, I was hanging out with this guy, John Abanitis, whose sister was married to a Taekwondo guy. We used to go up to Boston, Chinatown, watch movies and stuff like that.
Nice.
I saw a demonstration one time. We saw a demonstration of the Walam Kung Fu Academy, Chan Poi School, doing a demonstration. So I lived in Providence. That's about an hour away from Boston. So we used to go up there on Saturdays and Sundays. So we decided that on the next weekend going up, we were going to go by Chan Poi School, and I was going to join. As luck would have it, or whatever, when we went to Chan Poi School, it was closed. So I said, well, let's go to Chinatown, eat, get some books, magazines or whatever, and we'll go back to Providence. But while we were sitting in the restaurant, I happened to look across the street and I saw this lady in the window teaching martial arts. So I said to John, hey, let's go over there and see what that's all about. So we went over there. That was Master Bosun Mark, Donnie's mother. And I said, you know what? I'll just sign up here. And that's what I did. And by sheer luck, that's how I got started. After a few lessons there, they had this back room area where a lot of different martial artists would work out. Donnie worked out with a lot of martial artists. He was a young kid then, 12, 13, I don't remember exactly. And so I went back there and moved around a little bit, and I seen him working on a sidekick. So I asked him the most corniest of all questions. I said, hey, what do you use that kick for? Back then, I did some street fighting, no martial art fighting or whatever. And he looked at me like it was a corny question, like it was. But that's sort of how we started. Then after a few weeks, I'd say, he had a little side hustle going. And I don't know if his mother knew about it or not. He was teaching he would teach me some techniques. He charged me $5 a technique. And slowly but surely, we became friends. We hung out a little bit. I guess his mother and father trusted him with me because they were very tight on letting him get out. A lot of action going on in Chinatown at that time, and right next to Chinatown was the combat zone with all the prostitutes, drugs, and whatever. So they didn't want him to wander around too much, but they let him hang with me. We started going to the movies, and or Wei restaurant, get some cha siu and lai chi bang, and shoot the breeze. And I don't want to talk too much about Donnie. I know everybody wants interviews. That's all I want to talk about. But what I will say is one thing that I respect about him is when we went to watch those movies, he said, one day I'm going to be in movies. Another prediction he made was when that GQ magazine, everybody started getting into fashion. He said, I'm going to be on the cover of that one day. And he's done 3, 4, 5 of them in Asia already. And the other thing he said is, long before he made a movie, he said, I'm going to work with Mike Tyson one day. At that time, Mike Tyson was considered the baddest man on the planet. And of course, Donnie did that. So anyway, that's how I got started. Donnie's mother eventually sent him he went to China to study some wushu there. And on his way back, I don't know the whole story exactly. He stopped in Hong Kong. One of his mother's students from Hong Kong introduced him to Yun Wo Ping. And that's how we got started. Well, he was out there making movies for a while. For whatever reason, he came back. During that time, I was doing a lot of studying and some Taekwondo, some Aikido. And also I'd go to the movies every week and I'd watch guys like Wang Chung Lee and a few of the kicking dudes. And I'd write down all kinds of notes in a notebook. That's the only thing I got to this day. It's about 40 years old, all my martial art kicking and stretching notes. And I practiced all these crazy kicks and flips. Donnie got back. We got together. We went out to eat. We went back to the school. And I started showing him all this stuff. And, I'm not going to say he was impressed, but eventually he went back to Hong Kong. He told Yun Wo Ping. And eventually they flew me over there to do the movie Tiger Cage.
Right.
That's how I got started.
Nice.
That was the first one. Okay. Wow.
So I gotta first of all, I gotta give a shout out right here. Look at this. 88 Films. Shout out to 88 Films. That's right, baby. In the Line of Duty, box set 1 through 4, and Tiger Cage, That's right. Woo, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful.
There you go.
1 to 3 box set. You guys, if you guys are fans of these films, you got to check it out. That's right. Go to the website, buy them now. They're going fast. But I had to show that, give a little shout out for companies out there and studios representing the classics and remastering them for a whole new generation. So that's what we need more of that. We need more of that. But I got to ask Demetrius and Reggie. We'll start with Demetrius first. Tiger Cage, Demetrius, this really changed the game when this came out. This really changed the game, especially with Michael's fight sequence in the film. It was totally different. So the first time you saw Tiger Cage, Demetrius, what was your reaction?
Well, first I want to say, Michael, man, I respect you so much. I'm so grateful for what you did, because you didn't do it just for yourself. You did it for a culture. Because there's only about 5 people that's ever done what you've done. Ron Van Cleef, Carl Scott, yourself, Robert Samuels, and Eugene Thomas. So that's it. And also for you to be representing he is on the cover of that box set. If you look clearly, he's there and he's on the poster. So your work that you've done laid a foundation for others to have hope. But he's also on the 88 Films box set, if you look right there. Yep. So, your work laid a foundation. I know you're a very humble guy. You don't really think of yourself that much, but I'm telling you, what you did mattered, and it matters because it gives us representation, man, and tells people that you can do the impossible. You never know, what you can do if you put your heart to it. And you talked about your training and how you just used to write notes, and if you're hungry enough, man, you never know how far you can go. So I just want to say thank you for that. As far as Tiger Cage is concerned, man, it was a great film. I thought it was very inventive, because I think that's when Dominique was doing some little MMA moves in that film. So I was just glad to see you on the screen doing what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? So big up to you for all of it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Reggie, first time you saw Tiger Cage, man, what'd you think of it?
So this is kind of weird. I saw Tiger Cage in a weird order. I saw Tiger Cage 2 first, and then I saw Tiger Cage 1
I
later.
can't hear Reggie.
Let me
turn up your volume, Reggie. There you go. Oh, can't hear you now. What happened there? No, that's all right.
You hit something, man.
You hit something. No,
cord or something. See if it's still plugged in.
Yeah, well, he's working on that. Okay, well, while he's working on that, I have some questions for Michael. Michael, how was it working with Jackie Chung? And did you get a chance to work with Lo Lei?
I did a scene with Lo. We did a scene with Lo Lei. I don't know if it ever made it to the film. They shot a few different scenes that I don't know if they made it into the film or not. But Jackie Chung was probably the best guy on the set, to be honest with you. The dude nobody would translate for me. Director Yuen Woo-ping wasn't speaking much English then. Most of them guys wasn't speaking much English then. Vincent Lin came later on in the production, and I had a fight scene with Jackie, and he translated everything for me. He helped me out a lot. He actually, everybody thinks that filmmaking is so glamorous. I was just to them, I was just another piece of furniture or another prop. You got a black guy in Tiger Cage. I wasn't that jacked up, and that was the prop of it. Jackie made sure they fed me right, treated me just the way they were treating Doodoo and all the big stars. And he actually was a cool dude. He's a singer, actually. Gave me a few of his CDs. And I'd have to say my best experience on Tiger Cage, even above Donnie Yen, was Jackie. Donnie was under a lot of pressure then, and Donnie wasn't a big star then either. They killed him off quick. And so Jackie was a shining light. I guess it went on and on and on, but that was the best part of that movie. After I did Tiger Cage, to be honest with you, I said, hey, I'm not doing no more of these movies. I like guys like Bobby Samuels and them guys, they wanted to make movies, and they continue to make movies. John Salviti, all of those guys. Me, I never was the guy who said, hey, I want to make movies. It's just something that I fell into. I wanted to go to Hong Kong. At that time, I was attracted to the little Chinese girls and that whole bit. So my thought of film, it didn't turn out that way. 16 hours on set in a tank top in the rain on Stanley, fighting on a pier. I couldn't wear no pads because of the clothes that they were on. They're trying to jerk me around on a wire, but they couldn't pull me. And it was just a crazy experience. And again, it was, a lot of people think you make all this crazy money. We were making nothing. So we were barely surviving. And so the experience to me afterwards, I said, nah, I'm not going to do any more. Donnie talked me into going to do In the Line of Duty 4 because Tiger Cage did so well. When Tiger Cage came out, they were transitioning from the period pieces. They needed something different. And that's what Yuen Ping, that's what he did. He was doing Jackie, Snake and Eagle Shadow and all them types of films. So they did the movie as an experiment to see if it would take off. D&B Films did a movie called Rage and Fire, I think, with Bruce Lee's son, which did well. So they wanted to come out with another one, and that's how that whole process worked.
Copy that. Yes. Oh, wait, hold on one second. What? We got another celebrity. We got another badass guest here. Hold on a second. What?
Yes, sir.
Bobby Samuels is here. What's going on, brother?
What's hi? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna miss this at all, brother. At all. Thank you guys.
Do you guys hear me yet?
I can't hear Bobby either.
Bobby, Mike's having an issue with hearing, so we got to turn it up. I had to turn up my mic.
I think I'm up as far as I can go. Mike, can you hear me? Mike, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
I
can hear you.
Yeah. I hear you.
I can hear you. But it's
So
great
we'll
having you here.
translate for you. We'll translate.
Yeah, we'll translate, man. We'll keep it rocking.
Oh yeah, just listen. Words can't express, man. I met Mike years ago, and he's been an idol of mine. It's been so inspiring with my mission to Hong Kong. I mean, Mike is a legend, man, and I know Mike is Mike. You know what I mean? But yeah. I want to give him his flowers while he's here, man. And there's not many of us that have trekked the journey that we did, especially to Asia, being African Americans trying to make it in a film industry where it just doesn't exist. So he broke barriers. He proved to me that I could do what I did. I remember watching VHS tapes with him on Cheetah on Fire, Tiger Cage, and I just kept saying, man, this brother, man, one day I'm going to have the opportunity, because I came in the 90s. Mike was there before me. So his images are really what helped propel me. My godfather, Ron Van Cleef, Carl Scott, and Michael Woods. Of course, Jim Kelly, Michael Thomas, all of those guys, Eugene Woods, excuse me. They were just inspirations to propel me to go to Hong Kong. Again, I still do movies. That's just me, that's my life. But these guys are icons in in Hong Kong cinema. And I just think that we need to show them, the appreciation for giving us all those wonderful memories. They're truly heroes.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Right.
And Michael, Bobby's just giving mad respect to you, my friend, that you paved the way for him in case you weren't able to hear him. So that's what
I can't hear him, but during that era, we were like we sort of stayed together, me, Donnie, John. We didn't branch out and meet a lot of people. So guys like Bobby Samuels and a few other guys, I never got the opportunity to meet during my film days, we'll say. But later on, through Demetrius's platform, Urban Action Showcase, I did get to meet Bobby, and I met a bunch of people that I didn't really know. I'm not a people person. Everybody that's been around me knows that. But one of the most realest dudes, one of the guys that I really respect a lot, forget the martial art thing, just as a human being, is Bobby Samuels. We talk a little bit on the Facebook platform. Always been respectful. I throw a happy birthday to my daughter. He says happy birthday. All these good things. And there was a few good things that came out of my experience in Urban Action Showcase. I went to a few of them. but one of them is definitely meeting Bobby Samuels, and I'm not blowing smoke up nobody's ass or anything like that. It's not like we around each other or anything, but that's one of the realest dudes that I met, not only in the film industry, but in the whole martial art industry. So thank you for your praise, even though I didn't hear it. I'm sure one day we'll get together again. I would like to do an urban action showcase again. There is one other dude that I always wanted to meet, and there's not a lot of cats I want to meet. The Michael Jai Whites and Don Wilson's all them. I saw him once. That's good enough for me in a lifetime. But Bobby, I'd like to hang around a little bit more.
Yes.
And also Carl Scott. I never got to meet him. I'd like to meet him one day. Other than that, there's not a lot of cats that I can kowtow to, but Bobby's definitely one. So
yes,
keep up the good work, brother. I see you doing a lot of things. I'm glad you continued your journey. God bless you.
Thank you so much, brother. Hey, listen, I'm always going to pay it forward, and with African American males and martial art films, that's just in my blood. It's just part of my DNA. And right now, I'm blessed to still be able to do it. I'm going to be working with Ron Hall shortly. So
all right,
a lot of things coming up for the new year. Carl Scott, I'm going to be working with him as well. And I hope that Mike, please let him know. I hope that he can join us next year at Urban Action, because Carl's coming again.
This year, we're trying to bring him this year.
This year, excellent.
All right.
We're trying to bring him this November.
Yes, I speak to Carl.
If I can get it, that's it's on the agenda.
Okay.
So if I can make it happen, because the people, like he said, don't know how these things work behind the scenes. They think folks got some pixie dust or something. It's a struggle, unfortunately, but we're gonna do the best we can. And if we can make it happen, sir, I will be calling you up for sure.
I'll be speaking to Carl, and I'll make sure that happens.
Nice.
Yes,
right
Awesome. Very well said. Reggie, now that your mic's working,
it's working good. I wanted to make sure.
Really quick, Reggie, your thoughts on the Tiger Cage films, and then we're going to get to the first fight scene. We're going to show everyone.
So it was kind of weird. I saw Tiger Cage 2 first, and then I saw Tiger Cage 1 later. But going into Tiger Cage Part 2, I remember watching that with friends, and the part where Michael with that chain and dragging down off that crate.
Yeah,
we were out of our seats watching that fight, and the part where he grabbed him and put him in the suplex in the box and then dragged him some more. Everybody was going crazy. I showed it to all my friends back in the day. It was a great time, and we always, every time we watched that movie, it was a good time, but we always try to fast forward a little bit to get to Michael Woods part, because that part was hot. We loved it.
Yeah. For sure. He's like Michael. Every time Michael Woods shows up in a movie, he literally you steal the scenes, Michael, when you show up in a movie.
I
think it's all a matter of opinion. Some people like certain type of fighting things. Some people like weaponry.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a cornball, but it's sort of obvious that some of us will stand out if you're putting us against a backdrop of a bunch of Chinese guys. So, just by sheer color, we stick out.
Well, I love Robin Shaw. I love that guy, and he had a great fight. He had a great fight in the movie. But your fight with Donnie kind of stole the movie. That was to me the real best main event fight at the end there. That was the real finale fight to us. So.
Yeah.
There was a few okay fights in the movie. And Robin, Robin does his thing. I think Robin and Donnie has a backstory, but I'm not going to get into that.
All right, copy that. Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's have some fun. Let's go back a little bit earlier, though. Let's show the first scrap from Tiger Cage 1.
Yeah.
And the fight on the pier. Let's go ahead and watch.
Yeah, we talk about this.
Add our commentary to that. Let's have some fun with that. There we go. All right. Look at that.
Come out of nowhere. Look at that behind him.
Let's have some fun. Here we go.
喂，王 Sir， 我在赤州盛世铁板湾抓到德叔跟2个老外交易毒品。
Oof. Oof.
It's funny when people say these fight scenes are good, because if you look at it, I'm stiff as hell. I have no clue to what I'm doing. I've never did a film here up until this time. This took forever to shoot because it would rain for a while, then it would stop, and then it would rain for a while and stop.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And then there was a lot of different things that I would offer to do, but they didn't want, because they didn't want you to upstage people.
Gotcha.
So it was,
It's still phenomenal. I mean, you guys have great timing and speed. I mean, this is phenomenal.
Well, I got to be honest with you. As far as my part, I kind of, when I see this, I think my kicks were much better in this than in any of the other movies that I shot.
And Michael, it was your idea to do a lot of the boxing and taekwondo, correct? To kind of add to this fight, right?
Well, in this particular movie here, I would go through Donnie and say opinions. And at this time, Donnie was more the Bruce Lee-ish, and some kicking, a little bit of boxing. He wasn't really into the MMA and stuff at that time. I besides doing some different martial arts, I also actually studied professional wrestling with Killer Kowalski.
Oh, wow.
And I knew there was a lot of moves that I showed that later on in Tiger Cage 2, they allowed me to be part of I don't want to say the choreography team, but I was putting a lot of insight in. I'd show 3 or 4 different techniques, and Donnie would decide, yeah, you can do that, or no, you can't do that, and that type of thing. I don't know what anybody else's experience was on filming these movies, but with me, there was a whole lot of like machoism going on. There was a whole lot of, no, you can't do that. We don't want you to jump in the air and throw 5 kicks, because the shark can't jump up in the air and throw 5 kicks. So we want to limit you to what you to do. And also a lot of stuff that I offered to do, they told me, well, we can't shoot that. We can't film that. That's too small. And they didn't have an understanding, and I'm not putting anybody down, but they didn't really have an understanding on how to shoot it then. After they got to see some MMA and different things like that, a lot of the stuff that I offered up, I seen later on in some of the other movies that they shot with the wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Right. They didn't know how to shoot grappling. They didn't know
well,
how to
they didn't want to. Yeah, they didn't want to shoot any grappling. I was flying head scissors. I was arm barring. I was doing that type of stuff.
Wow.
They didn't want to show that. And nowhere am I saying that I was the first, because in Enter the Dragon, they did arm bars and they did different things. So I'm not saying I was the first to do it. I don't want anybody to get confused with that.
Yeah,
I was trying to offer up a particular style that I wanted to use as my character, and they wasn't quite ready for it, or they didn't want to quite shoot it. And it goes without saying, Yo Ping is probably the best at it, period. So I'm not questioning their opinions or anything at all.
Right. Well, let's this shot right here, Demetrius. This right here, this kick coming up that Michael does, right here. Boom, bam.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Outstanding.
Amazing. Demetrius,
great timing.
Demetrius, 10 out of 10?
Yeah, great timing. Great timing with that.
Oh yeah.
Well, Demetrius, you're being nice, and I know Bobby Samuels is looking at it, and you could see a couple of little mistakes that I made in that. When we I didn't really understand filmmaking, so your move had to be big and go across the camera, and some of the technique that I would throw would be more like the fighting style, smaller and more direct. So even though that kick looked good, it
felt awkward.
It's not something. It goes so fast that you don't really catch the mistakes.
Gotcha. Well, it looks beautiful.
All right. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I think that movie was 1988, so You got guys like Scott Atkins and those guys doing 540s and 720s and everything else nowadays. So
yeah, oh yeah, but still phenomenal fight.
Phenomenal.
10 out of 10 stars. That's right. Before we go to the next fight, Michael, really quickly, you got people in chat right now. They're saying, "Hey, it looks good to me." They like that kick,
Yep.
Michael.
Oh, that's
People in
sticks.
chat
Yeah.
right now, they're liking the fight. They're loving it. They're loving it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
well, I think we are our own. I'll speak for me. I am my own worst critic. So I've not seen anything that I've done that I could say, "Hey, I'm proud of this. Let me show this to my grandkids." And that's why I never watch any one of my movies in its entirety, because basically I come on, I beat my chest a little bit, and I get killed. So, you know, to me, it's maybe
it's all good.
People enjoyed it, then I'm happy. But for me, it's no big deal.
Right. Well, what do they say? What do they say, Bobby? Great artists are hard on themselves.
That's right.
Well, I'm doubt if I'm a great artist, brother. But thank you anyway.
I actually enjoyed a series that he did, a German TV series. His action was really good in that. That was some of his best work, but I don't think it was seen on the mainstream. But it was very good.
Michael, you did the behind the scenes stunts and action choreography for this series right here, Der Puma. You want to talk a little bit about that? Bobby really loved it.
Well, you know, I did work on Puma. I was on the stunt team with Kenji Tananagagi, who is the man. And we worked for Donnie. A couple other Japanese stuntmen. John Salviti came over for some of it. Kenny Perez worked on some of it. What my understanding is, when the German producer hired Donnie, they wanted to kind of get a little bit of that Hong Kong flavor into German television. And to be honest with you, when I went to Germany and I started watching some of them shows, I didn't think it was really going to work. They don't have that type of sense of humor. And the guy, the star of the show, Mickey Hart, was very good martial artist, but he listened to every single word Donnie said. He was probably the most obedient student there could be. But I just don't think the German audience liked that whole Jackie Chan flip around, jump around type of stuff. They're more into the hard type of styles. And Donnie was trying to work some different angles and some different tricks and some stuff like that. And, you know, in some parts it sold, in some parts, you know, it didn't do so well. The TV series did all right overall. I don't know if whatever ended up happening, if they wanted to bring them back, didn't want to bring them back, if they ever did anything with that anymore or not. I think the show was only the #1 show 1 or 2 weeks, and then it just sort of kind of faded down a little bit.
Gotcha.
You know, I don't want to sit here and be critical and you know.
No, be honest. It's okay, Michael.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be honest.
Sometimes you're using 5'2" and 5'3" guys to stunt double a 6-foot guy. A lot of stuff to me was too obvious. Like, and then they brought a few other guys over there. That Andre Mavis is a world. I don't know what style champion he was, but great martial artist. And that they brought Ron. I can't say his last name, Smogensberg or something like that. Guy who was in Jackie Chan.
Ron Smornberg, yeah.
They brought a few guys like that came over, and I just don't think they utilized those guys to their full potential. I mean, doing breakdance moves in a fight scene, not really my type of thing, but you know, some people like it, I guess. And that's that's one of the problems I had, and it's one of the problems why I'm probably not ever. I had no interest in ever pursuing a film career or anything. I can be pretty critical of different things, and some people perceive that as you're going against your team, and I'm not going against my team. I'm telling you to me that don't work. That don't look good. That's not really the product. So yeah, I worked on Puma. Great experience. Germany was great. They fly you out for 2 weeks. Then you have to go back home for 2 weeks, and then you come back, and it was a really good experience.
Okay.
The people were really nice.
Nice. All right.
Never got to see an episode, so I really can't tell you what it looked like. But
well,
if Bobby said it looked good, I guess it looked good.
Bobby said it looked good, and some people in the chat also enjoyed it too. So,
that's good. And you want people to like your product.
Yeah. Really quick before we go to the next fight, really quick question for you, Michael. I also enjoyed. I don't think a lot of people talk about this fight sequence from Tiger Cage 1, but I really enjoyed your fight in the apartment complex against Jackie Chung, because we never really seen a fight like this where you guys were, fighting over the oxygen tank because you turned on the gas to rig the explosion in the apartment, and then Jackie Chung's character shows up, and you guys had this really good fight. But this was like it was a little bit of comedic genius in this, but this was a very inventful fight scene here. This is a really great. When I rewatched the movie yesterday, I really enjoyed this sequence right here. So was this a creative fight sequence kind of made up on the spot as you go, or you guys had an idea of how this was going to play out?
First of all, I had no idea that nothing, period, because nobody was talking to me. Everybody was talking in Chinese, and I was just standing around. And that's why I said eventually Jackie realized I'm clueless to what they're doing here, and he started translating for me. Now, Yuen Mo Ping, again, it goes without saying, he's a master, but part of his skill is to come up with these quirky little comic type of things to interject in. And then, I hate to say it, but, to them, having a black guy do a lot of this stuff is actually funny within itself. To me, now, and 40 years later, I look back and I say, I was being an asshole. But to me, I was like, wait, you guys are sort of like making me look stupid here. Like, I'm supposed to be this big, bad guy. And also, I was fighting in the street. I was bodyguarding some rappers and different stuff here in the States. And I was going over there being basically a clown. And I couldn't adapt in the beginning. But Jackie kind of explained it to me. He helped me through it all. And at the end of the day, I don't know fight-wise. I never saw the fight, so I don't know what it looks like. Jackie, I know, wasn't a fighter, so they were ad-libbing a lot. But what I'll say is it was my best experience filming Tiger Cage. And right along, finishing up that fight scene, that's when Vincent Lin showed up. And they introduced us to Vincent Lin the night that me and Jackie finished up that fight scene. And I got to meet Vincent.
Nice. Well, this fight sequence, fighting over the oxygen, really wasn't done anywhere else until Jet Li did it on one of his films in the 90s. There's a very similar sequence where they were fighting over the gas filled up the apartment complex, and they were fighting over it.
It was a film.
Donnie Yen has a saying that there's nothing new under the sun. So I think if you dig deep enough into the world of movies, and remember, a lot of them guys looked at those Buster Keaton and all those, if that's who he is, whoever the comedian was back in the day. I don't really follow comedy, but they looked at a lot of those movies, and a lot of people learned a lot of stuff from them movies, and they just used it. I mean, the same thing with the pirate movies. They were using wire work and stuff like that way back in the day, and Hong Kong sort of adapted it. Now, maybe some Chinese stuntmen will tell me I'm wrong. They created it, and to be honest with you, I don't know who created it. But they got a lot of that stuff from some of them old movies.
Copy that. Well, the best usually borrow from the best, and it's there's no shame in that. It's all good. But Bobby, what was the Jet Li movie you were doing?
That was Zhonglan Hui Bo Bu, which is Bodyguard from Beijing. And it's a funny thing you should mention that. I was actually standing right there when that scene was being designed. And I Sing, Colin Cho and myself were filming Don't Give a Damn at that time. And he was filming that film. So we would finish Don't Give a Damn, and I would go with him to set because I wanted to meet Jet that day. And that was the particular day I was there with that particular scene that we're discussing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How cool you were there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Really quick here. We have chat here. Box Office Banter says, Michael Woods is the man. Just watched Tiger Cage 1 and 2 over this past month. Always tripped me out how it was the same actors, different characters in it, but he loved it. So there you go. Some more love from the fans in chat. And that was very nice box office banter. Thank you for that. But yeah, we'll keep on rocking and rolling. But yeah, I did enjoy this sequence. I love this photo right here with you and Wu Ping. It's a great behind the scenes.
John Silvedi, who's still doing film.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So speaking of Vincent Lin, I had him here on the channel several times. It was really cool and awesome to meet him. Did you get a chance to interact with him a lot, Michael?
No, not on Tiger Cage. Not at all. Vincent came in later, and no, we didn't get to talk. Demetrius's platform is where we ran into each other again, and we did talk. We touched base. We talked a little bit on Facebook, and
all right,
that's really where I got to meet him at. Again, I only saw him once or twice in Hong Kong during the Hong Kong years. But for me, now let me say that I didn't hang around Hong Kong like a lot of guys. A lot of guys wanted to make movies, so they went there. They packed their bag. They went and they went through the hardships and whatever else to make movies. I wasn't interested in that at all. They'd fly me out. I'd do my movies. I'd say I got to leave by this date. I'd finish the movies and I'd fly back. So I didn't get to interact with a lot of people in the film industry there. And there was other guys. Gary Daniels seems like a really good dude. We talk on there, and I didn't get to meet any of those guys. Scott Atkins, he contacted me when he was going to fight Donnie in one of those Ip Man movies, and we talked a little bit. But I didn't really interact with many fight people. I think Bobby had a friend, and I don't want to be wrong. I think his name was Winston.
Winston Ellis, yes.
I can't hear Bobby, but anyway, I think me and Winston was talking to the same girl at one time, and I never even got to cross paths with him to see who he was.
Yeah, he said it was
cross paths at Urban Action. It seems to be the space to be.
Yeah, he said it was Winston Ellis there, Michael. Yeah. All right, copy that. Well, let's keep on rocking and rolling. Demetrius, how longer do we have you, my friend?
You got me for 15 more minutes.
All right. You got enough time for one more fight, Demetrius, and then we'll let you go.
Okay.
All right, one more fight for the legend, and then Demetrius has to do his thing. But yeah, let's keep on going here. We're having a good time. All right, next up, we have. Let's go ahead and skip forward to it here. Yeah, son. Oh, yeah, it's the final boss moment, baby. The final boss moment.
There it is, yeah.
That's the final boss. Look at that.
Yeah.
Reggie's playing the video game, and he has reached the most baddest dude on the planet right here. Let's go ahead and watch this. This is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael, this was at the Hong Kong International Airport, right?
Yeah, the old airport, on top of the roof in the 90-degree sun. We'd sit there forever. There's one shot where I do a jumping, spinning back kick, and we had to wait till a plane was coming in to try to time it with the plane.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shots. We'll see that coming up here. But look, he's just shrugging it off. Oof. You feel the impact, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I was most impressed because Mike could move really well for his size.
Yeah.
I love that classic English dub in there.
Yeah.
Here we go, baby.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Woo! Yeah. That's what I'm talking. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Ooh. Man. Man. Yeah, this shot right here. This is beautiful. I love that. Love that.
That was really good.
There was a shot similar in The Iceman Cometh with Yuan Biao when he fought Yuan Hua at the end. Oof. Oof. The Donnie Yen wind-up punch. That's like Donnie's trademark, Michael. Was that?
Yeah.
Did you teach him that, Michael?
No. Actually, to be honest with you, Donnie Yen went to a couple of boxing gyms. Johnny Two Hands was probably the main gym that he went to. He went and studied a lot of different styles. We went up to Boston Taekwondo, Joe Pina's school, and we did some Taekwondo up there. He definitely did a lot of training, without question. Again, he's probably the most skilled martial art fighting in the movies for that era. Jet Li looks good when he's doing the posing type stuff, but his fighting don't really look that exceptional. And Jackie's his comedy fighting is good, and his little facial expressions and stuff are nice. But as far as like kicking and boxing and punching, and could actually translate it into a real fight, to me at that era, Donnie was the man for me. But then you could say he's my big brother, so I'm being.
I would have to agree with you, Mike.
Man, the balance you had, Michael, to do that. That was crazy.
It wasn't too balanced at the end, no.
Oof. What a classic. Classic. Michael's like, I know you ain't trying to choke me out now. I'm gonna do this backbreaker on you. Oh, ooh. That's so cool, Michael, implementing the pro wrestling moves, man. That's so cool.
Where's the balance now?
Copy that. I gotta go back. I gotta go back a little bit here. When I first watched this fight, I was like, man, this is just, they are going at it. And right around here, let's get to it. When I first watched this, I was like, man. Right around here, Michael, when your character gets up, it's like, oh shit. Like the first time I watched this many years ago, I was like, oh God, no, run for your life, Donnie.
Nah, he already knew what was the outcome. He read the script.
Oh, but I love this, just straight berserk, this berserk barrage we got going here. I mean, this is so good.
Donnie, at this era, I don't know about the new films that he's doing, but back in this era, Donnie had a reputation of hitting the stuntmen and the guys he was fighting relatively hard because he wanted it to look convincing. Right, so there's some shots. There was a shot in Tiger Cage where he does the crescent kick, and I hit the car.
Yeah.
They did 22 takes because he wanted to get it perfect, and they ended up using the second take. The side of my face was swollen for a week.
Wow. That is amazing. That's rough. That is rough. Right here, was this Donnie taking this bump right here on the railing, or was this stunt guy right here? This right here.
Let's see.
That. Because that looked like that hurt. This right here. That. Oh.
I'm going to be honest. The way it was cut, I would think it was a stunt guy, but I can't remember. Like I told you, a lot of this stuff I can't remember. So I don't want to lie and say either or. Fight-wise, Donnie never really used a stuntman. For big falls and stuff like that, I'm sure he did.
But yeah, look at the agility here when Michael. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How many takes was this right here, Michael?
Nah, just a couple. A lot of these, when I'm doing something, it was quick. when the person I'm fighting was doing something, they would keep doing it until they got it to where they liked it.
Right.
The objective was not for me to come out looking good. The whole sell point for me, besides Black Guy, was the muscle, and that's why they did the whole chest shot and have me looking at my arm when I'm squeezing and doing that type of stuff. It wasn't for me to look like some masterful martial artist or anything by no stretch of the imagination.
Right. You took Donnie Yen's character to the streets. That's right. You took him to the streets, man. Nothing fancy, or that's it. Just straight brutality.
Donnie had his share of street fights too. He's not,
Yeah.
He's done his thing. Like, he was a young man at one time too.
Right. Yeah, copy that. But phenomenal fight. Hey, ho. That's right. That's scratched. The itch, baby. The action itch. Oh yeah. And speaking of scratching the action itch, it's been 50 years, Demetrius.
Yes,
50
sir.
years, and it's time to celebrate.
Into the Dragon, baby.
Into the Dragon, baby. Here we go.
Yes, sir. USA.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
UASC 11, baby. November 11th.
That's right.
11/11. All the way.
Man, November 11th. Is it being released everywhere or certain theaters, Demetrius?
Oh, just at AMC Theater Times Square, November 11th. That's it.
Wow. Look at that.
Dragon.
Look at that. So y'all know what you need to do. You need to go. Urban Action Experience, baby. That's right. And hey, it was an honor having Demetrius here. I'm gonna blow up the legend. I'm gonna blow it up. Demetrius, thank you so much, my friend. Anything before you head out and do your thing, my friend?
Yeah,
anything you'd like to say to your followers and fans?
Absolutely. We appreciate your support. We're having the summer sale now. So just go on to the post right below this that we posted. You can get 20% off on exhibit tables and tickets. And you can also get a little sneak peek on what we're doing. 30th anniversary of Only the Strong. We got Sheldon Leach, the writer and director, and he's also the director of Bloodsport. So we're going to be also celebrating 35th anniversary of Bloodsport. We got a lot of surprises, so just keep, checking us out.
Yeah, Sheldon Lettich. Wow, that is how exciting is that? That is awesome. Demetrius, salute, my friend. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, appreciate y'all.
Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll get you back here in the future.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
thank you for everything, Demetrius. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Take care, brother. We'll see you soon. But we're still here, and we got more fights to watch and check out and have more fun. Oh yeah. Look, people are loving it. Great podcast. The chat is having a blast right now. Still enjoying the show. And let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. But yeah, In the Line of Duty 4 classic. My personal favorite out of all. I love all of them, but 4 is my personal favorite. And one of the reasons why it's my personal favorite, Michael, is not just because I love the movie, but it's because me and my friends, as many years ago, wanted to film our own little movie just for us. We weren't, trying to sell it or make money. It was just something we wanted to make for us. We were trying to make a little action martial arts thing. And me and my friend Jeremy basically studied your fight on the rooftop. We studied your fight with Yen, the camera angles, the movement. And me and Jeremy, I played you, Michael. I was studying your movement, and we were getting it down. The fight choreography, we were getting it down, and we performed it with in front of my buddy who was the kind of the director. It was just for us, family and friends, and he really liked what he was seeing. He had to tell us to slow down. I was like, what? I was like, I know I'm not Michael Woods fast, but it was nice for him to say that.
Michael Woods ain't fast, but okay. That's cool. But, you should post it up sometime and let everybody see it.
Well, I'm getting, there's a little bit more. Unfortunately, we never got a chance to finish it because my Buddy ended up passing away. So that's another reason why In Line of Duty 4 is special to me, Michael, because we had a chance to share that moment because we love what you do. We love martial arts films. And that was a moment. So every time I watch this movie, I enjoy it because I love watching you and I love the movie, but I also love watching it because it brings back great memories of me and him doing the fight sequence and the fight choreography. So I wanted to share that personal story with you, my friend, while you're here. So
that's cool, and may he rest in peace.
Yes. But yeah, let's keep on going here. Tiger Cage 2, man, I revisited this last night. And I don't remember a lot of comedy being in this movie. There's a lot of shenanigans going on. There's a lot of comedy, but the fight scenes are legit. And of course, my favorite fight is with Michael at the end of the movie. Yeah, how was it working with Robin, Michael?
Robin was cool. He was him, and there was another cat in there, David. They were California dudes, so you got to speak a lot of English and that type of thing. I don't know personally, but somebody told me that Robin did an interview a few years later, and he really said some good things about me. I've never been able to run into him again. I tried to look him up on Facebook just to see what that interview was, but I could never find him. But working with him was fine. At that time, now I'm more adapted to Hong Kong. Hong Kong for me took some getting used to. So now I'm running around. I'm in 97, hot gossip. I hate to say it, but messing around with some chicks and doing different things. So
yeah,
I was more relaxed, more comfortable then, and I had a better understanding of filmmaking, what's to be expected. 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 16-hour days in a tank top, and maybe never get to shoot a shot, and that type of stuff. So everybody was better to work with because I was better. I have is this a family-oriented podcast? Because I have a tendency of letting words slip.
Oh no, we curse all the time, Michael. We curse all the time. Go ahead.
Well, I'm known to be an asshole. I'm known to be into my, into my own little world. I ain't kissing nobody's ass. I don't care if somebody's a big time star or any of that.
Right.
If they saying or doing something that I don't like, I speak up. And a lot of there was times Donnie have to come to me and say, "Oh, you got to be cool. You can't do that. You can't say that or whatever." But by the time Tiger Cage 2 came, I pretty much had a good understanding of the filmmaking process, and people had a good understanding of me, and so everybody was much more pleasant to work around.
Nice. All right, copy that. And speaking of working around, let's rewind a little bit. Working around, going back to In the Line of Duty 4 really quickly, how was it working with Cynthia? Cynthia Khan.
Cynthia was somebody they were trying to build up. Cynthia, was not a Michelle Yeoh or a Cynthia Rothrock, or there was a Japanese girl. I can't remember what her name is, Oshima, something like that.
Yeah, Yukari.
Them were martial artists. Cynthia was a dancer or something. So Cynthia, and I think I did a movie in Thailand with Sybil Hu. I think that's her name. I don't remember what her name is. They did not want to be touched. They didn't. If you're throwing a shot and they're going to block it, you had to go real easy. It was a tad bit tougher to work with them than it was with some other people. But then again, she didn't work with me a lot. I don't even remember if I ever fought her in a movie. I honestly don't remember. I know. I think John Salviti fought her, and a lot of those people in Hong Kong, I hate to say it, are used to the British dudes. So she was much more comfortable around him than, say, to be around me. And plus, you got the muscles, and you're grumpy, and you're an ass. Whatever you are, people were kind of a little bit standoffish. You know what I mean? And then Donnie's pumping it up. Yeah, this dude's a fighter. He's this, that, and the other. So, I beat around the bush. I don't know if I worked. I can't even tell you if I fought her. I don't remember. So
Yeah, I think. Well, there was like a little quick altercation in the apartment, but it was very fast. It wasn't like a really big, like long extended fight. But copy that. Yeah, Cynthia, they were building her up, and she does have some fans. But I'm just curious your thoughts on her work and how it was working with her. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. But yeah, let's keep on rocking and rolling here. Tiger Cage 2, baby. Let's go ahead and have some fun and watch that. Here we go. All right. There you go.
Yeah. that drag.
This movie, I had a lot of say in some of the stuff I did, and that's why there's a bunch of wrestling type stuff in it, because I was doing some wrestling and things of that nature at that time.
Yeah. Man, that was brutal. Yeah. We'll go back to that after this is over.
Our favorite kick.
Woo! Oh!
Yeah.
Dude. Ooh, man. Woo. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this fight scene better than I liked the rooftop fight scene from what I see of it.
Nice.
Bear hug.
Is this personally your favorite fight you've done, you think? One-on-one
No.
fight?
I again, like I said, I never really watched any of them to the entirety, so I don't know, but I die in all of them, so none of them are fun. I guess if I had to pick a fun one, it would be one of those Thailand movies that I made, low budget. Probably nobody got to see them, but I got to grab Donnie and we got to blow up together, so I finally got a revenge on him for killing me in so many movies. So that's probably my favorite.
That's
Plus,
right. Nice.
the Thailand movies were much more easy to do, much more laid back.
Yeah.
Not too demanding. A shot or two and it was over. There was no 10 and 15 takes.
Right.
In Thailand, I like Thailand a million times better than I like Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
I gotta say though, man, like these movies are like the very few that I'm cheering for the villain. You know, it's pretty crazy. I think the other one of them was the one with Jet Li. In America, I think it's called.
Remember, there was a guy, Billy Lou, who was stunt doubling, and he actually got hurt. And I was pulling him off when I pulled off the top, they said I pulled him too hard, and he went straight into the ground and cut his head.
Oh wow!
Oh yikes! This move right here. This move right here is brutality. This one.
Yeah.
Oh man!
And they get dragged right up.
Michael, do you think this is the more brutal of a fight than In the Line of Duty 4? You think?
It's a different type of fight than In the Line of Duty 4. More people talk about In the Line of Duty 4. I think it got more play, more international play than this. For me, if I had to pick one, I'd like this one much better. Everything about it was better. The fight looks better. My moves look a little bit cleaner. The location was a lot better. After doing these films, everybody understood everybody a lot better. And most important, I didn't have to go through Donnie to say different techniques and stuff. Now I was talking to the Yun clan, the wrestlers. So
nice.
I got to do a few more things, because sometimes when you say a few things, they're not translated correctly.
Right. That's awesome. You got a chance to contribute more for this fight. How cool is that? That shows trust, right? You and Wu Ping's probably like, hey, what do you want to do, right?
Well, yeah, okay. Trust me, there was a few things I wanted to do, and they're like, nah. We're not going to do that.
They limited it.
so they kept the rein on it. You know what I mean? At this time, I was doing all kind of flip kicks, twist kicks, jumping in the air, kicking 4 and 5 target, a lot of crazy shit back then. And again, a lot of wrestling technique.
Right.
A lot of I did a little bit of this Japanese jiu-jitsu, which was big before the Brazilians came out and the Gracies and the whole MMA thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff they just basically said, nah, we can't shoot that, or nah, we don't want to do that. So I had some input, but
copy that. Hey, well, at least they gave you some, but that.
Yeah, I'm happy. Man. I'm not complaining. I'm not going to do backflips or nothing over it, but I'm content.
But the agility that Mike's has,
yeah,
that's for his size. It was just amazing, With the muscle mass, sometimes it makes it difficult for the movements, but Mike had total fluidity in the moves, and I guess that's a testament to his early training with Bosun Mark and them.
Very well said, Bobby. Yeah, it's just the agility, especially for Michael's size. It's like right here, the kickoff. I mean, look at that. Yeah. That's phenomenal. And oh man, that body slam, Reggie.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that again, man.
You feel it, man.
Oh my god, it's so good. Here we go. I love the kick off the wall. Amazing, phenomenal. And then here we go. Boom. Oh man, so good, so good, so good. Uh-oh. A legend has to bow out. Not me. not yet. We're almost there. But Bobby, thank you so much, brother, for popping in and joining us today. Bobby, you know this is your second home, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. This is Mike's night, and I just wanted to come on and show my appreciation, my love. Like, he's had such an indelible impression upon my life and where I'm at right now. But more so than the movies, he's just a kind man, and I idolize and look up to him just as a human being, and I love him dearly.
Yes. Copy that. Thank you. Until next time, Mr. Samuels.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mike, I love you.
Bobby, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Nice talking to you, and let's continue talking. And I'm going to try my best to make it in November so we can, shoot the breeze. And
I want the photo.
And whatever. God bless you and everything you do. And take care, brother.
Thank you, Reggie. I love you too, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you much. Hey, Preston, make sure you tell him I want the photo with Carl, Ron, myself, and him. Wow, that would be an iconic shot right there.
Carl, Ron, and okay. Michael, Bobby says he wants a photo with you, Carl, and Ron at the Urban Action Experience, the showcase.
Definitely. I'd like that too. When you get this all hooked up, I hope you post it so I can actually hear Bobby myself. I can't hear him now, but
yeah, I will. All
right.
I'll send you the video and the link.
I gotta go.
All right, Bobby.
Take care. God bless.
Yes.
I'll stay in touch.
So much.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Love that guy. But yeah, just Tiger Cage too, man. That is such a phenomenal fight. The best fight in the film. The best fight in the film.
100%.
But I did not know this, Michael. You were involved a little bit behind the scenes with Blade 2.
Yep.
Whoa.
I did work with Donnie's stunt team, along with I can't remember who was there. John Salviti, Kenji Tananagagi. We actually on that film they had a couple of different units. They had the Hong Kong unit, Donnie's unit, and then Jeff Ward had a unit who was Wesley's right hand man, so to speak, at that time. And so yeah, we had a little input. Wesley got us in to do a quick little throw a punch and kick in case we wanted to join the union. Really, on that film, I was more or less got credited as Donnie's assistant. That film there, that Hollywood film there, was in many ways pure hell. It was so political that
really?
we were going to do a scene where one of the people was scaling down the roof. There was some bags on the floor in the area where the person was going to land. So I went to move the bag, and they start screaming at me, no, don't touch that. That's not your job. That's this person's job. They got to do it. You can't do it. I'm like, well, we're getting ready to shoot. And no, but they got to do it. The union and this and that.
Wow.
That was too crazy of a set. And that, I if that's the typical Hollywood set, them are the things that like really turned me off. There was some good things about being in Prague. Prague's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
And actually what ended up happening was I ended up training a lot of the actors for that. Luke Goss and a few of the actors. I did a little bit of work with Ron Perlman and a few other people.
Yeah.
That was, me and Donnie sort of had a falling out on that one. Donnie was under a lot of pressure. When he took the job, they told him, this is what your character's going to be. This is what's going to happen. Somewhere along the line, they said, nope, you know what? Now we're going to kill you off. That's what he agreed to. There was a lot of bad feelings going on.
Gotcha.
And
well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So you still enjoy the movie though. I still enjoyed Blade 2.
Yeah, it was all right. To this day, I'll always say Blade 1 was probably the best.
100%.
Just like John Wick, I got to say, I think John Wick 1 was better than all of them. You know what I mean?
That's what we were talking about. The first one's better.
It's hard to. Jaws 1 was the best of that series. It's hard to outdo the first movie. You know, the only movie I saw that the sequels seem to be pretty good is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the original.
Right.
1, 2, and 3 was all pretty interesting to me. But other than that, it's hard to make the follow-ups any better. Two wasn't bad. Blade 2 wasn't bad.
It was better than Blade 3. It was
better than Blade 3 because there was a lot of problem on Blade 3, and I think I don't know the story, so I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you. But what they wanted to do was make a spin-off for the two characters. I don't remember who they were. Were they Ryan Reynolds or somebody? I don't remember who the two other characters were. And Wesley, so they wanted to give them more of a part and back Wesley out. Gotcha. And Wesley didn't go for it, so there was major problems. So 3 was fucked up right off the bat. 2, I have to say that the CGI on 2 wasn't that good, especially the scene the picture you just showed, and they had them 2 ninjas coming down with.
Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad.
Nikki Berwick was the female that was stunt doubling for the actress, and she's a really good martial artist. But the way that made it look too much like a cartoon, it didn't really come out well.
2 CGI characters, it didn't look right. Even then, when the movie came out, it didn't look right. It just
that was tough.
Yeah. What's some of your other favorite movies? It could be non-martial arts or action. What's some of your favorite films, Michael? It doesn't even have to be action or martial arts. It could be anything.
Well, I really couldn't tell you. I like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I liked the one Let the Right One In, the little vampire movie.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I liked I can't think of the King of New York, Christopher Walken, and all those guys before they became big timers.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those type of movies. There's not really many martial art movies. I'm not a guy that goes out and watches a lot of martial art movies. Yeah. I did when I was a young guy. Every Saturday and Sunday I watched a lot of those. Yeah. But I sort of kind of grew out of that whole genre.
Yeah.
If you are someone that wants to make movies in any area, whether directing, action, or whatever, it's good to work on movies. But if you're someone that's not interested in it all, it's a curse to work on movies. Because once I worked on them and I saw everything that happened, every time I'd watch a movie, whether it be in the cinema or straight to DVD movies, which most of the martial art movies end up being, you go, oh no, that's a stunt man. Oh no, we see that big gap. You see all the mistakes. You don't enjoy the movie anymore. So I get more enjoyment out of movies like Sharknado and stupid movies like that than I do most of these martial art movies, because they're stupid movies.
Yeah.
But the martial art movie, you go in, like there was a movie Triple Threat, I believe.
Right.
And I heard so much about it. I said, I got to go and buy this DVD. And I'll be honest with you, I was kind of disappointed because you already got the experience of making movies, so you can see a lot of flaws. There was a lot of guys. Tony Jaa, he's a good martial artist.
Yeah.
For what he does, he's impressive. You know, the gymnastics and the Thai boxing and stuff. I'll give you a martial art movie because that's what you really want. The movie that
we like it all here. Horror, drama.
The movie I liked was the first Raid.
Yeah,
it was way over the top. Not for a minute could you believe in any of it, but I like the Mad Dog character.
Yes,
he's a little short dude, but he pulled it off.
Yeah,
and I like the way they presented him.
Yes,
for me personally, the bad guy makes the movie. If the bad guy is a good 100%. Bad guy, then the good guy shines. If that's not, right. And Mad Dog, I totally like this character. The only thing I don't like about bad guys, and this happens in a lot of movies, and I know it's the script, they'll have the good guy chained up to the chair, ready to blow his brains out, but then they got to tell him a 20-minute story to give him a chance to get away. Yeah. That always pisses me off in a movie. I know that's what you're going to do. You can't kill the good guy off.
Yeah.
But I always get aggravated with that shit.
It's exposition or monologue time. Mm-hmm. I must tell you my plan, but, to give you a chance to get away. No, I agree with that.
And then if you got to tell him the plan after you killed him. But other than that, the raid, I liked the raid. Nice. And then there was other movies. If I had to pick a Michael Jai White movie.
Can I take a guess? Is it Blood and Bone?
That's my second favorite movie. Okay. My first favorite movie is his Tyler Perry movies. That to me showed me that he can be an actor. He's not going to be typecast as this. Whatever they typecast him as. He showed a little bit of versatility, and he had a little small part in Batman too. But he, that showed that he can spread his wings, and hopefully he'll do some type of stuff. You know what I mean? Later on. Blood and Bone was probably my favorite of his martial art movies, but not for the reasons you think. I just like that he tapped out at the end. There was a little bit of character in it. You know what I mean? You don't expect that out of that character.
Right. Copy that. Well, you have great taste in films so far, Michael. He's at King of New York, led the right one in, the Raid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is all we do here, Michael, is talk about all these movies, action, martial arts, and horror and drama. Mm-hmm. We have fun here. So you're right at home here. But let's wrap it up with one more fun little clip with our brother here, Michael. I couldn't get a lot of footage, but let's just show everybody watching right now Michael in action in Cheetah on Fire. And by the way, spread it, hashtag it. 88 films. Okay. We need Cheetah on Fire and Crystal Hunt. We need them on Blu-ray, 88 films. Come on. We need them remastered.
Make it happen.
A double pack, I think, would be perfect. A 2-pack Blu-ray of Cheetah on Fire and Crystal Hunt needs to happen. So make it happen, 88 films. So, but yeah, let's have some fun. This is a few little highlights here for those who have not seen Cheetah on Fire. So let's check out Michael here.
Revenge.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Okay.
It was sort of nice not to have to fight Donnie again.
Come and get it.
Ooh, man. Woo!
These guys that shot this 1 or 2 takes, they didn't even care. It wasn't, these are them quick shot, run to Thailand, make a quick movie and that type of thing. So it's much more easier
to
do.
You gonna go to plant?
Man, this is just beautiful carnage. Beautiful
I've never
carnage
seen
right
this
here.
one.
See? This is why this needs to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I don't think these movies were really big in Hong Kong. I don't know if they made it out of to like the European market or the American market or whatever. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I just look at phenomenal, just in action. There's a lot more action, guys, if you can actually find Cheetah on Fire with Michael in action. But I just wanted to show a little taste here. But yeah, I think I have this on VHS, Michael. That's how I was able to watch it. But this bump right here. So how was it working? The differences, in your opinion, Michael, with the Hong Kong stuntman and the Thai stuntman? What were the big differences?
Thai stuntmen were probably about the craziest. They do all kind of crazy shit. Get busted up, get drug off the field, and somebody else would jump right back in.
Wow.
Thailand was everything about Thailand. Filming, the people, the food, the treatment, everything in Thailand to me was much better.
Oh wow!
Hong Kong, you had a lot of attitude in Hong Kong. Some of those people were big timers in Hong Kong cinema.
Yeah.
So it sort of looked kind of down on you. Some of the people didn't really want foreigners to come over there and take their roles and and whatever. But in Thailand, the people that you work with, there was a bunch of different action stars in those movies. As a matter of fact, somebody was pointing out to me, there's Beardy, there's this one, there's that one.
Yeah.
And Gordon Liu, I mean,
Gordon.
Everybody was on the, I want to say, if they were doing these movies, I want to believe they were on the downswing of their career. So there was no macho attitude at all. Gordon Liu had a bunch of conversations with us while we were filming this without any kind of attitude whatsoever. And the same thing goes, Jackie Chan's bodyguard, he uses that name Ken Lo. I don't know what name he uses in these films. Cool dude.
Yeah, he's great. Ken Lo's great.
Most of the women actresses were really nice. I can't remember anybody's name right now. You just had a scene where I threw a punch at one of the little girls. She was like excellent, nice person. I know she was a big star at one time in Hong Kong. The only one that was a little bit hard to work with, and I don't even know what her name is. I think it was Sybil Hu. But don't quote me on it. I don't really know who she was. I might even be wrong. I don't know what her name was, to be honest with you. I might be calling somebody's name that I don't even know. So if anybody knows, maybe you can, I'm on Facebook, text me the real name, because I hate to say the wrong name about these people. Half of these people, like this kid here, I don't even know who he is. I fought him. He was a nice guy. Don't remember his name. Don't know if he's a Chinese actor or a Thai actor.
But man, there's so much action right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. They're desperate. They got to team up on them.
Well, this is pretty good.
Oh yeah. This is great. That's so awesome. You got to work with Gordon Liu and hang out with him, man. That's right. Sante Monk, 36 Chamber of Shaolin. That's so cool. Yeah, he's in this movie. Reggie, he's in this movie, man. They fight. Yeah. Like he has a fight scene in it. Like there's tons of action in this movie.
Fighting Donnie Yen. That was him that came in the door when the door opened up.
Yeah.
That was him that came in.
Yeah, this needs a Blu-ray. I think a double pack Blu-ray of this and Crystal Hunt would be perfect.
There's other people out there that you should talk to. I recommend, if you can ever hook up with John Salviti, he did a lot of movies, and then him and Donnie maintained a friendship, and he went back and helped Donnie shoot a couple of movies. Yeah. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he has a much better memory than I do. And he was in most of those movies, with the exception of Tiger Cage. That was Stepan Berwick, who's another guy you could talk to. He's an intellectual. So he ended up becoming a martial art historian, big time Chen style Tai Chi guy. He wrote a few books and few articles. So he's someone that has a mass amount of knowledge. And he's someone that Donnie Yen would call up and talk to, and just bounce ideas off of. there are a few people out there that are pretty interesting that probably has far more knowledge of what's going on than myself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm an old man. I don't have a great memory. I have a few health issues that I'm dealing with, and I got out of the film industry a long time ago. And it's not something that I look back upon. You just showed me some fight scenes that I haven't seen. The whole entire fight scenes. I saw little bits. My son showed me on YouTube.
Yeah.
88 Films. Somebody from 88 Films did actually send me that Ford box set, and I just got it on my mantle. I never opened it up. I have no intention of watching those movies or anything.
Yeah. Well, it's cool. It's cool that you have it, because those represent, something special to us fans, that you've inspired and influenced over the years, Michael. And this is probably a perfect time to wrap it up for today. Again, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Michael.
Yes, appreciate you
for coming on here. It's an honor, my friend. They tell you, they never meet your heroes. Well, in today's case, I'm very happy that I got a chance to meet you, my friend.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad we did this. It was nice talking to you.
Yes.
I can't hear Reggie down there, but I'll watch it in the when you send me the copy. And Dimitri's a good dude. Bobby Samuels, like I said, was probably one of the best dudes I met in the whole martial art genre filmmaking world. So this was nice to do. I'm going to throw a little plug. You can cut it out later. Sure. The only thing I do with martial arts now is I try to save books, magazines, and DVDs. So if anybody got anything out there they want to sell, if it's at a reasonable price, hit me up on Facebook. I am trying to put a little library together before I leave this earth.
Copy that. Well, thank you so much again, Michael. Don't go anywhere, Michael. Reggie, don't go anywhere. But you guys know what you need to do. Hey, if you enjoyed yourselves here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Old Samurai Guy. Subscribe to Radical Reggie. That's right. Follow the legend, Mr. Woods, on Facebook. That's right. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Keep enjoying cinema, all the genres. That's right. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.